No more.
Okay, that's there. Anyway, hey, this is your host, the Black King, in the house. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? Signing in for a brand new update because the update I had was an epic fail. Let me tell you, I had to my internet went down, which screwed up the combination process, but it's okay. It was an epic fail anyway. So I'm gonna quickly bring it up for you because I have it saved on a deal, and I was also sorting out some things. So what I was meant to say in there was before I go into details, you'll see the epic fail. Um, I'm gonna go over some things as it plays through. But here's the thing, okay? Well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say before it goes through, but yeah, I've been sorting some things while I was offline. I didn't really have much choice in the matter, and I have been really lacking in the video department. I have quite a bit of stuff ready to go. I just need to upload it, but my internet is crappy. That's the thing. Well, that's is not a spoiler because it wasn't in that video, but yeah, I just couldn't get a whole lot out because I didn't want to spend an hour telling in details what was going on with my life and everything. Let's see, where is the video at anyway? Oh yeah, it's up here. Because it's not converted, it's not going to show up in my video. That's another thing. It's not going to be spoiled because when it's converted, it'll be in a different like place. But I try not to overload my hard drive because it's a bad combination. Because the more you put on your hard drive, the more it'll drag on your resources. And I'll tell you, it's not a good thing. I mean, you can put as much as you want on a hard drive, but you have to be careful because the more you put on it, the more stress it gets on it because it starts to even if you put it on the desktop, it's going to drag your computer. I've had that before. I should know because I personally deal with it. And this one I'm not on camera because I'm really not in the mood. Because well, I'm tired and I've had a long day, and I've had a long past few days, and I have had no chance to. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this before I upload the videos because I want you guys to know what's been going on and protect it. And I've had to reinstall exploit. My God, that was a pain, but and then had to issue because of some kind of stupid suspicious activity. But whatever, I'm not gonna argue because you know what? I'm just grateful that I can record with it. I mean, I would run Sony Vegas, but I would have to do like I have to do now. I have to pay for it, and with this you don't have to register. There are features, however, I need to get eventually, but I can do without right now because I have to save up my money. I've got bills to pay, and I'm not going to tell you how much my bills are. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this video on the road. I don't want to take too much time talking as I do this, but yeah, let's just show you the epic fail of this stupid video because I mean, um, this whole entire video right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna have music and it's going to epically fail because also I was thinking at the time when I was trying to start it, I thought, well, I don't know if they'll hear it or not. Oh, I guarantee you'll hear it, but I don't know if it'll be, you know. And look at this. I'm epically well. I won't even notice because I mean I'm just trying to type out what I've got in the notepad. And my throat was really dry, and I hadn't eaten all day. I hadn't drink either. I had to when I finally got a chance to drink, well, because it's just a lot of problems going on, and I try not to be the one that tries to be the cause of trouble. And I don't want to be caught into the middle where I cause more trouble by even opening up my mouth. That's why I try to avoid people, and I try my best to just, hurt people. I just go in there, just kind of make an appearance, and that's it. And if I can, I try to avoid it because I don't want to cause more stress because, you know. Anyway, this guy, so far, some of the times I had tried to recorrect what I had to say, and let me tell you, it's not really a video that I'm going to really post up. I don't want to. I may post it up. Let me know what you think. Put your comments in it below because even though that most of the time you will see. Let me see if I can speed this up a little bit. Because I don't want to sit here and have this whole entire thing about that. And see, look at that. It even recorded my caps locks. It's never done that before. And I'm gonna tell you something. Now that I think about it, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because I don't know if you're really supposed to have that in the recording or not. But unfortunately, since I have the updated version, I had to finally go for the exploit here. Yeah. I can't change that. I could go to an older version, but they have another one out now. It's called the final release. When I'm guessing I have to kind of buy it. I'm not sure. But with my money funds, the way they keep getting shorter and shorter, I just can't, do that. And it's all because of the bills. The bills may not be too much, but I still don't have enough to think, oh, okay, let me just spend $100 on something. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Because as far as telling you that, I will tell you this, because there are things I wouldn't mind spending money on, but I still have to eat, and that's a grocery bill in itself. It's separate, even though I put in for my share of the bills to have for a fund. And let me tell you, this as that was called post commentary on this video here. Look at this crap. I'm sorry, pardon my language if that's even a bad word. But I looked at it to check the quality of it because I had noticed that my sound was kind of going bad during the recording, but I didn't feel like doing what they call a mic chat. And this guy, I don't know if I probably I missed it, but nonetheless, this is a terrible, terrible video. Look at it. So wrap this up. I meant to say so to wrap this up. It's supposed to be so to wrap this up. I didn't really notice that until I look back at it, see how well it would come up. Because sometimes I will do that. I don't like to completely go through the entire video because I don't have time. But I do have time to review some of it to make sure that it's got good quality or not. I'm gonna tell you, this has bad quality. Yeah, like I said, you'll see some of the times that I was correcting, some of the way I spelled it. But yeah, it's true. YouTube does kind of suck in the department of when you go to record, like, let's say you got a video, you get it already up there, and you want to put music with it in the background. Don't do that. I made that mistake. I've only done it maybe once because it was in the conjunction of how I felt, and I couldn't seem to find the music again because some of the times it does cut this, but not all the time. So I guess you can't use the same track. So anyway, and now I got this thing going on where you can put background music on your deal. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I don't know if the viewers will want that or not. I personally don't have a problem with it, but now that's supposed to be a mong. See that right there? I didn't even notice that was not a mong. I see that aong. I can't correct that because that's during the recording of the video. We're almost at the end of this, so I'm just gonna, and this whole video, I'm not gonna, yeah, it's kind of repeating itself, so I'm gonna cut this off here. I'll just video that I'm going up. Now, I'm gonna tell you, it was not easy to sit here because I'm not used to, like I said before, I'm not used to doing notepads. It's hard for me to kind of concentrate and recorrect words that I have typed out because I type really fast because I want to try and make sure I get it all done in one shot. But I try to make sure that I'm not, you see, I'm now getting to where I go, I try to make sure that I'm not doing that where it's misspelled or I missed a word. I try not to do that, but sometimes I have no choice, no matter, it's too late. So here's the thing. A lot of YouTubers out there that actually are little peers wouldn't really personally see a problem with it, but they don't know as to being just a regular viewer as what they would really think. So, and I tried to explain this before, but as far as let's playing goes, I really don't have a problem with someone actually personally let's playing the same game. But the problem that I have with it is not because of people doing it, it's because of what happens is that you can have a copycat. And it has happened, especially with these AMVs. I don't do up AMVs. I've only done maybe one that was already recorded by someone else, and someone else re-uploaded it and kind of edited it. Yeah, edited. It's the same kind of song and everything. Well, it's a little bit different though. But I can't remember the original artist, but I downloaded it off of I know I'm kind of calling it out there, but who doesn't go download AMVs nowadays? I mean, um, and put it on your desktop. There's no law saying you can't download AMVs because I mean, what it is basically AMVs are music put together with you know some kind of anime show. Sometimes people will just like put a regular TV show on and put music with it, and that's not really an AMV. It's just a I remember I think back that they actually did have oh, great. That's not good. Anyway, um, my TV's flickering now. That's why I'm saying, oh, great. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Uh, come on, dude. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, what was I at now? Oh, yeah, they'll put that on there in TV shows. Now, I'll tell you, I mean, it's not really an A and B, and they have placed it as an A and B. Now, I've seen where music videos get cut down. I've seen where people delete video games because, or they've gotten a video game taken down and their account was terminated because blah, 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 blah. I have an actual full set of a starting of a video game that I cannot literally upload to YouTube because the music to it is actually, what you believe, been banned outside our country, or what we call it, and I mean, I would upload it, but I actually did it as a test video with the permission of someone else. Actually, I had them upload it for me because it's not my account. I like to get on other people's accounts. But yeah, so my whole thing is, with that, I can't do that. I mean, I could live stream it, and that's about it. But I don't see the point in doing it with a lot of, if I get like at least 20 people to show up. That would be good enough. I mean, 50 is even better and go to 100, but even a million. But all I can ask for is generally to give me any, what you call it, support and give me the stuff needed. Well, that's not the word, but it is the word for it. So I can sit there and stream and have no problem. But without so many people supporting it, there's just like no reason to. And you know, the other people going onto other people's streams, and I'm not going to sit there and go over to someone else's stream. Please go in mine and set it there, blah blah blah, and then I get banned and all that. And what if they don't decide to show up and blah 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 blah? I don't want to get into that kind of controversial stuff. So here's the thing. I mean, because and then that way that people can get interested in me. Because if I have at least 20 people, and then they can maybe suggest to the friends that they're not already watching the stream. So I don't want to take away from someone else. I really don't. But let's say they're not watching them, and they want to watch the stream. Well, you can watch mine as long as I've got at least 20 to start out with. And that's all I'm talking about. Because I don't really care if they're following me or not. I care if they're watching or watching my content, not me generally, like in person, like, oh, let's just go to the bathroom, for example, that kind of BS. So anyway, the whole thing is here is that, folks, I mean, you know, um, yes, it's been really cold out, and I have been unable to record, and I have not had the chance to actually have a chance to record because the place that I was recording in, believe it or not, was down below in the garage, and it's too damn cold down there. Plus, I got someone else taking over, which I'm not going against that. They want to stay down there and all that. They want to use it in the office. That's fine with me. It's not going to bother me. What bothers me is if I want to go down there and record, I don't want to be, in the middle of it and somebody calls me by my real name, my first name. I don't really appreciate that. Honest to God. I mean, I don't care if I'm not recording, via, in person. That's fine. But because, like I've tried to explain this many times, I just there's just a bad history with that name. It's not because of the name in general, or because I was given that Murph that name. I'm glad that my parents named me that. Don't get me wrong there. That's not the issue. It's because I got in trouble. Okay, simply put, when I was a kid. I was my name would be shouted, and um, I don't remember if I did anything bad back, but I was told that I had been. I don't know. That was such a long time. So I have what they call bad memory. And I'll tell you something else. You know, I have been, like I said, I've been really busy. I have also gotten into a couple new games. One of them I don't really particularly care for. It's an okay game. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but it's like the other games I actually have played, and I'm not really up for that because it's like, oh, the same old boring stuff. I mean, the only difference is it's got ninja stuff in it. What do you do? I've got a new game that I want to show off. It's like World of Warcraft and RuneScape, but it doesn't have the ability and capability. Well, I don't know of anything like that in World of Warcraft, though, but they may have since I've been last been on there, which is such a long time ago. And I was able to get to level 55, and then my account got hacked, and I'll tell you, um, my guild was taken away from me, and I never could get it back. I tried to get it back with my new email, and they said that you just have to basically start over. And I'm thinking, oh, good lord. So I mean, I don't mind starting over something. It's just that when you work so doggone hard and you want to go ahead and go up to, let's say, the maximum level and get what you can out of it, and then before you start over, that's one thing. But it's ridiculous when you look so far and it just took you so long as it is anyway, just to get up that far. You know how far, I mean, if you've played it, then you know. But if you don't know, you don't know how hard it is to even get up there. I mean, there's a lot of games that actually take a long time before you even level up to 50. Because you have to wait till get some enemies later on that actually help you level up. World of Warcraft, from all I can remember, I don't know if they changed it to them then, but yeah, once you've actually gotten the maximum you can from that kind of area of enemies, you actually have to go to another one to actually give you more XP for your level. And it can be hard. That was back when I was playing it last though. I've seen quite a little bit that might be easier, but then again, like I said, I've been a bit back, and because I can't afford the membership, I was able to, and I was thinking about eventually getting to, I finally after all these years, purchased a box set, and I've been wanting to for a long time. I finally got it, and then guess what happened? Miserable sad news. My mother passed away. That was the moment I thought, my God, why did I even bother to purchase this? Because it hit me so hard that I didn't know. I mean, I was glad. Don't get me wrong, that I actually finally got what I wanted. I mean, there's a lot of things I actually want, but that's beside the point. But to just generally say that you don't know how hard it is if you've never recorded, or because it's just like when it comes to watching someone let's play. As a viewer, yeah, it's easier to see things that they don't see, but as a person, from a person who played the game, you're not going to see it. You might be able to, but they won't. And because they're not recording it live, it's not going to. And if they're not able to see your comments, then I guess they won't be able to. But be the same thing except that they're recording. And once they've already recorded it, there's nothing you can do to change it. I mean, they may, I don't know, might start over. You never know. But some people have to restart it over and redo the whole thing because they didn't see that. And take down that video or keep it in private and let people still have access to it. But here's the thing, like, anyway, copyright stuff, I have seen where they didn't used to say this. Now, but then they finally started saying you actually have to have permission from the company that actually, that say that it's okay to, record their game or song or whatever, and then all of a sudden your account could be terminated. I'm like, what in the horse's name? I have seen this quite a few many times, but then it's gotten slightly worse. And I just got to update my favorites videos. If you've been keeping up with me, I don't know if you are. I don't even know how many is active right now, but I know that it's what is it now? I just got to update my thing, and all of a sudden, because I was having such problems with the list trying to get it to play all the way through without me having to constantly go back in there and blah blah blah. I finally, and most of the time, before I finish that, as I was also supporting a lot of people, and I was like, whatever, and even if they delete the video, I was thinking, the last on me, I'm just going to leave it in there. And guess what? No, it was on me. The joke's on me. I don't like that. But anyway, I updated, and boom, goes up again. It didn't, well, sometime later on, actually, to be honest with you, now that I remember. But yeah, all of a sudden, boom, videos start deleting. And you start showing deleted. I'm like, good job, man. I just got through updating that list. It is really ridiculous to sit and update a list if you just got to doing it. And then you'll probably see a lot of my lists have disappeared because they are in private. And if you do have access to it, it's because you've seen the list, but they'll be private because they've got videos in there that they're not mine, and I don't upload like some other guy does. But I don't have a problem with that personally, but well, he said, like I said, they have a problem with him uploading YouTube videos or someone else, yet they're just all of a sudden doing that. It's kind of crazy to me, but whatever. It's not my call. So, I mean, I'm not going to completely put down a company, but I will put down what they do that is wrong. And, okay, first of all, speaking of that, like Boogie's all about, taking care of the comment section. Well, I think what they did was okay to a certain degree. I'm glad they got rid of the limit on how much you can type, but what I'm not glad of is in the process, they made it worse. And I didn't know anything about the real name. I mean, I've known before that you're supposed to have the real name, and nobody ever uses the real name, period. And I'll tell you, Google Hangout was not a very long-lived out thing where you can go live. It was a short-lived thing. It was, I wouldn't say like a week-lived, but I don't know how long it lasted. But all of a sudden, I seen where it's gone. And I used to have it where I would record with it, and let me tell you, it was crap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it did okay, but it just wasn't doing right, and you only had about 3 hours, which is ridiculous. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm sure you guys that have done this are glad, not to be watching, but yeah, glad that you even got a chance to go live on YouTube, which is a pain now, because, I mean, you also have to be careful of what you upload, even if you live stream it, because whatever you live stream, like I've been trying to stay for, is stuff that I can't put up on YouTube. Like if I want to put music with my videos, yeah, they have a problem with that. But as far as my shows go, I haven't seen anything. I mean, I've had these copyright related stuff against every video, and I also have copyrights against the music, which, I don't mind acknowledging the fact that I accept it, blah, blah, blah. As long as you're not taking down videos and terminating my account, that's fine. Like, they were putting to with Sony or whatever, or Squaresoft, and they're putting to take down the videos, like Final Fantasy 7, you know. Yeah, it's my main LP because I started it, and I've been more. I have more attacks than I do have any other Let's Play. And I mean, just for me, I actually uploaded for someone else until they actually got their own account because I was helping them out until they can, you know, get situated where they can start uploading on their own account. And because of the crap that went on with the recording of the end result of I would say the quality of it, well, there is some issue with the quality in it. But other than that, yeah, you just couldn't put it in HD. It was a pain in the butt. You tried to do it, and it was, I mean, so like I said all along, I still, every time I look at a video, I don't see the difference when I put it in HD. However, I have had issues with it, meaning that I could not have HD even though that my computer was supposed to have, or supposed to handle, sorry about that, anyway, it's supposed to handle HD. And we've all had that. My brother, me. Every time we would put it in HD, it was just like it could not handle it. I mean, it would just sit there and buckle. You actually literally have to go to a lower grade of quality in order to watch something. You know, and Lance has had that problem too. I noticed that. And, I mean, I watched a video of it a while back. And I've been watching other people do things and whatnot. And I have been literally busy. And I have had no time. I mean, literally no time. It wouldn't even matter if I wasn't doing that. I've had no time to sit here and go, yep, I can record. I mean, believe it or not, I love recording. And, I mean, you know, I can get all the inspiration all I want, the whole entire world to record. But as far as in terms of uploading, there is no inspiration that could ever change my being wary of what I upload. Because, I mean, even if I create my own content, I could get into trouble. And that to me is ridiculous. But I'm not here to judge anybody or put down an entire company. I'm just saying the things they do is wrong. You know, and that's all. I mean, there's a lot of people that will agree with me. And there are people that go, one second thing, I guess when I go, well, you know what, you're such a switch head. There you go. I guess is what it said. I don't really want to start cussing because I want to try to keep it clean. I don't really have a problem like Necro does, and I'm not doing it just because he said that. But I feel that he's right, you know, because we don't want our kids to learn, oh, the F word, and then we get in trouble for it or something, or they get in trouble and some kind of stuff like that. That's why I try to keep, you know, like that. And if I do swear, it's off screen. I try to swear off screen more than anything. I try to do it where nobody's around more than anything because I don't want to hear someone. I don't want to have someone come by and it's what you're saying. Blah, blah, blah. No, but I'll tell you what, I wish I was in a soundproof room so that no matter what time, even if someone was here, I would have to worry about somebody doing something about my cussing or my loud music, you know, something like that, you know. But I have had loud music. I mean, I have gotten to where I lower the music. And I have done it before too, and I mean, I have to be in the mood period to even turn on music. And, you know, I have had, because I was putting music in videos and stuff, they said, yeah, you have to acknowledge, well, okay, I acknowledged it, you know, whatever. You know, and I mean, I haven't had any strikes against my account, but it was a strike per video. And it's still just as bad. I mean, maybe it's not as worse as having black marks against your account, and I'm not saying that at all. It's still bad. Because you still can't recorrect it no matter what you do because you have to have that music. It's part of the game. And plus, you always want to hear the music. I mean, that's what people don't fail to understand when they run a company. They're like, oh, well, you know what? Let's put a copyright on that. Yeah. You know, let's stop them from letting the music happen. Well, you know, even if you turn it up or if you turn it low, that's why I seriously have my music just a little bit low, and so does my Blur DVD. Because we don't want to get where it says copyright or whatever it is because they have to have so much copyrighted stuff. And you know, I'm not here to take away from companies and because these are old games. I mean, who in the right mind has the money when you're poor and you can't afford to go out and get a game, right? And even if you do, they basically say clearly in the deal that even if you buy your own copy, you don't have the right to sit there and upload this. You have to have blah 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 permission from the company. Well, excuse me, but they are getting recognition the more we upload their games. Even though it's us that is playing this, the LPers out there and stuff. I mean, I'm not all that new. I'm still kind of new in the kind of fact of still getting subscribers, but I'm not that new to Let's Playing because I've seen Let's Playing, I've done my own Let's Playing, and it kind of failed on me because my camera, and you'll probably notice that I put on bonus episodes, which I will not be updating because if I do probably any of that, it had to do with that camera, and at that time, now that I think about it, I'm just going to make it like that. And if I do update it, it might be something like for extra episodes or something. But just so you know, you may not know this, but if you're just a viewer, just views and stuff, and there is a limit. It's not like the favorite list. Now, the favorite list, actually, believe it or not, did have a limit, but it had more, you can have more to it than a regular normal playlist. A playlist, normally, you only have up to 200 videos, and that's it. No more. If you have up to, like, 200 more, or you have one more than that, you have to create a list. And it's crazy, it's fun, and I'll tell you, hey, what can you do? I mean, that would be one of the updates that could have improved on as well. Now, I'm not saying that in the process of what Google Plus did was right, but I do believe what they did was right when it came to expanding the fact that you can actually do it. So what if they have novels, movies? I mean, there's nothing wrong with novels. It's just that nobody wants to see. I mean, there's a lot of people that may want to see that and may not care. But there's a lot of people out there that will not want to go up and say TikTok and Jesus. And if you have kids at home, I would definitely make sure that they're not listening to that part of that, what I just said there. But, yeah, because no parent will want their kid. I mean, unless you're from, I guess it's Sweden or whatever, yeah, they're not going to give a crap. Pardon my language. But because as far as the kid is concerned, they don't really care if they look up naughty stuff, But as far as when you're living in USA, or I guess in England, I'm not really sure if they got the same kind of rules, for everything. There's some things out there that they don't do that we do, and there's some things that they do that we don't do. But yeah, anyway, I mean, and I'll tell you, my family is originally descended from that, from England. Because there was a generation that actually landed there, and there was another generation that decided to leave. And that's what I tried to cover in another video, but I'm going to go more into detail about it. Let's see, I don't remember what the heck was going on, but something about him becoming traders or whatever in England. Now, I'm not really a trader because I have nothing to do with it, but I could still consider one because my clan, another generation of my clan that was originally there, had to leave. And, it is a birthright. I mean, there's a lot of people that come from different countries and stuff, and I am a mixture. I can't say that I'm a full mix because that would be a lie. I mean, I have lied, and there's only a reason to lie when you have to have one. I'm not going to lie to you, but however, I can't tell you everything because that would be, going into personal. I mean, no offense. I mean, I'd be like me asking you about something you really don't want to discuss. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like what Merkel said, there are things he just doesn't want to talk about. He said he thought he got over it. Finally, he said, I mean, I don't know what he's feeling about going back and forth about over it. I mean, if you ask me, in a way, I think that he should go ahead and say if he's going to say. Otherwise, just don't keep mulling over it, man. I mean, I'm not against him, man, for, having his right to privacy and everything. But, I mean, because a lot of people, I can see that they would actually go for that. I mean, I'm not one to judge someone, but I'm just saying, based on what has happened to him, it's just, that's the way life is, bud. I mean, you know, yeah, he was in a lot of depression. I deal with depression every day of my life. I'm sorry, but nobody to deal with this depression. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. You still got depression. The difference between poor, though, and rich is the fact that there's more money that we have to put out. Every time we turn around, more than a poor, more than a rich person ever put out of their pocket. And they have to put less out. And just because of the bills, they're still having to put less out, come to think of it. But you know what? It's not our fault. And it's not really the rich. They're living like us in homes. I don't mean like poor either. I mean they just have to live home, being disabled and stuff because they get old. But they're not like us where we have to live on limited fixed incomes and we can only put out so much. Now I only have so much too, and I make less than my aunt and my dad, and that's great, I mean, in this day and age, and they're talking about cutting back on food stamps, man, that's crazy. We need all the help we can get. I mean, we don't need necessarily 1,000 million, whatever, money in food stamps, but we need all we can get. We're not asking for a bunch of money in food stamps, but you can't just cut back and expect people to say, oh, well, that's good. We need a cutback just because we're poor. We can barely make it as it is, so it's good that we have a cutback. No poor person would ever agree to that. I'm sorry, but if they do, fine. But I personally can't agree to that. I mean, you have to deal with what you have. That I get. But here's the thing. When you are poor and you can barely make it as it is, even if you have, say, for example, $500 a month coming in, that's not really my income, but I'm not going to tell you that. So, I know a friend of mine actually that had more than that, but she got cut down to $200 a month, and that's ridiculous. Because of something, she's been paying them off or something about they were working with her. Anyway, that's just ridiculous, when they said they don't want you to be rich, they mean that. They don't want you to be rich. That's why you have to be careful if you even try to help it up a savings account. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, it's not going to be easy to keep it from being hidden as long as you have it linked with your checking account. And it still is easily linked. They'll see that come up there. So, if you're gonna save it, pull it out whenever you feel the right amount that you want to take it out, and leave it at $0 or $5, whichever you can do. As long as it's not leaving it at $500 or $1,000, because trust me, you will get into a lot of trouble, and you will not want to. Just like me, because I mean I'm disabled, just like a lot of disabled people are getting income. But I'm just saying, if you don't want to be off this road because you can't afford it right now, then just take some advice, okay? I mean, I'm not trying to take away from the government either. I don't personally care about money, but I'm just saying, the thing is you got to think about is here's the thing. If I get enough money, if I can ever get to that point in my life, I'm going to cut it off. Because I personally don't want to fraud the government. I mean, I don't care about, money, but that doesn't mean I want to sit down and fraud anybody. I don't care if they are the government or not. That's not the issue or the point. The point is, even if I was working for a company, if I had enough that I didn't have to work no more, I'm not going to sit there and fraud them and come to work anyway just to make another buck or so or another thousand, whatever. Because that's frauding the company. It doesn't matter if they're the government, the company, whatever. It's just wrong. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel about that. I mean, you can feel it if you disagree on that, whatever. I don't care. That's your opinion. I don't have a problem with opinion. I have a problem with someone backing me in the corner where I have no choice but to fight. And I don't like to fight unless I have, I like fighting, but there's only a place and time, and there's in a video game, because I don't have to worry about regretting it or that I went and hurt somebody, because it's not a regretful feeling. In this reality, you have to worry about that. It's like if I went to stab somebody, or do that art or word nobody likes, you know? That's what, or be a pedo. I'm not going to do that, because nobody likes a lot of that stuff, you know? Shooting people, doing wrong things, nobody likes. Okay, I'm not going to go do that. I'm not that kind of person. Never have been, never will be. Don't want to start becoming one. So what if I play a video game that way? That's where it belongs. If you don't regret it. And I don't want to get to me. I don't want to think. I'll go, well, you know what? If I can do it in a video game, you can't. You know what? If you think that, you better think again. Because I'm going to tell you, you better look it up on the internet. This is my own advice to you. Before you even decide to get up off your butt and go, oh, you know what? This video game can do this and that. You better look it up on the internet. Because, I mean, you may not see it on TV all the time, but you can hear it. The news will tell you right there in your face. Basically, they don't have to say the word, but there are people that have gone to jail, got killed over bad things, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's just bad. Like drug dealing, and trafficking, the S word, the dirty S word. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't have to say it. Selling, and I can't. I'm not going to judge somebody and go against someone for doing that, but it is against the law. That much I know. So you have to bear with me and get over the fact that I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, but I refuse. I don't regret it. I regret not selling my body for that dirty ass word. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings, but I'm not sorry that I'm not going to do it. I'm just not sorry. I mean, and I tried to make a video about, about issues about YouTube before, and you got other people doing it, and you don't see nobody commenting on them saying, well, you talk about this and that, and blah, 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 you take down your video, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. Actually, it was a friend of mine, my brother, UpDatte, who actually put it up there for me, because I wasn't, like I tried to explain before, I wasn't set up to talk, because I was still trying to get back into the habit of trying to, it's been so long. I used to be a DJ. I used to DJ music. This is my normal voice, believe it or not. But when I get really dry where I can't hardly talk on the mic, I'll be able to squeeze out a word or two. I have to have something to drink before I even consider using my normal voice, which is this one here. So with that said, I mean, I've got some new products, and I want to show you King's Road. As a matter of fact, I can show it to you right now. I don't know if it'll do very well on this, but we can try. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it just seems to kind of lag. I'm glad it doesn't show what they call, I'm glad the music is music. There's a lot of times games like that will automatically sit there and bring back music, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it because I have my own music. I don't mind sharing music with my fans or my viewers. That's not my issue. My issue is that because they have copyrighted stuff on there, and I don't blame the company for having copyrights. It's their stuff. My problem is that, oh, here we go. See, it did it again. See, it does this every now and then. It brings back up the sound. So, anyway, hang on, let me just volume up real quick. That way I hear that and it won't be copyrighted. I apologize for really don't regret music up. But, here's the thing, guys. You gotta realize, all the viewers out there, if you are watching this, anybody out there, the reason why a lot of us out there don't run music on our videos is because they're copyrighted. Because if they say so, into copyright. And I have it. I mean, I'm guessing if you have like over 1,000 million whatever, and you've got where you're getting paid to literally do stuff, then you can obviously put music in. Because I've seen people who actually have, like, it's like, they're able to put music up with it. I can't do that because I don't have enough subscribers to do that, qualify for that kind of business. So, anyway, this is King's Road. Welcome to this, and I have been playing it quite a bit, so you have to pause if I don't start it from the beginning, because there's no way to do that. Yeah, this is online, first of all, and it's multiplayer, and then the activity. It's King's Road is just like, in many ways, I should say, but the only difference is you get 3 classes. You don't have to start with that class that you're on. You can pick whichever you want. You only have 60. And then you have a total amount of 180 is the total amount you can only have. And it's for certain things, and eventually, hopefully, they'll have it where you can get more levels. But, you know, right now, I'm on the, I can't talk. Um, yeah, I'm where I have to do heroic, but I can't always concentrate on that. What I do is on normal. Oh, gosh, I don't really care. Anyway, if I were to play the map on normal, and what you can see right here, this is on Motor Red. A lot of people are recommending Firefox. Well, I can tell you personally right now, I am on Motor Red, and if you see me, I have my YouTube up, but it's probably otherwise, you know, lagging a little bit. I don't know if it's going to show up on the recording that way, but it is lagging for me, and it's also because I'm recording. Well, he doesn't normally do that, but it's because this is also mainly because it's still in beta. It's still waiting the graphics. So, anyway, this is my highest character right now, and I mean, I can only show off so much for little video because I've only got so many long, and I don't want to take it to an hour-long video. And that's the problem about making hour-long videos. I can't just divide it up, you know. Because then I'd be so lost because I want to pump out as much as I can to a video, but I don't want to put it like that. See, I've been working. I finally got onto my wizard and got him up to level 4. I've got my archer. I finally worked on him, and he's like a level 3. He's less than my wizard. My knight is the highest one I've been working on. I've been working on. Well, I'm almost there with this. I just don't want to spend any more gold because I want to keep on going because right now we have heroic, and then when I get to this map 10, I have champion. I finally have this one done. It took me forever. I took all night to get that done. But you get 50 gems when you get the 5th, and you get the 5th mastery, which is very, very hard to do. And a lot of them will get quicker to, it took me a long time to even get the mastery of something in this level here of quite a few of the levels. I think I was able to do some of them quick enough. But, yeah, otherwise, I mean, you know, and this is also, the reason why I said it's also like World of Warcraft, because unlike in RuneScape, if you cannot see RuneScape, you cannot pick out someone's armor like it. If you notice something like that, it's because you play World of Warcraft. You know the difference, well, the difference between RuneScape, if you've also played that. This is the shop. They actually decided to combine it to, which I never really thought. They decided to separate it and then decided to put it together. I have decided to belong to different classes, in case you're wondering. This is the one that used to sell starters. Now, I changed that, and it's over here. You get it from Target, which can be a little bit difficult. It's not like used to it, but you have to spend, you know, to do that, you know, gym. Alright, so I get that. Now you want to yeah, because it's free. As long as it's free, go for it. Now I'm not going to sit there and, you know, because I probably will eventually sell it, but right now, Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off now. I mean, this has been DaBLackKing. I think I've gone too far in this video, more than I planned to. So I'm trying to and I'm going okay. I don't get what a lot of people are saying, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to sign this off. And I'm going to, before I even upload anything to YouTube, which I will be uploading, okay, I've got quite a bit of videos that I'm going to upload. After I go to the restroom. But, you know, I just want to let you all know and update you what's going on in my life and everything, and why I haven't been, yeah, and I really do apologize. Like, I tried to apologize in the video, which kind of didn't go too well. But anyway, you know, that one, for the lack of, you know, of videos and stuff for a while. And I've been really busy putting my arm and stuff hasn't been where I can just kind of upload. So, you know, I mean, it's supposed to have it. And, you know, and I've been having problems left, right, and center with everything in my life. So, you know, alright, I'm going to turn this off now. Peace and all that. I'll see y'all next time. This is DaBLackKing for the signing in because I already did that. We're going to sign off. Good night. Yo, yo, yo. Peace up, y'all.
Alone for a while, I've been searching through the dark for traces of the love you left inside my lonely heart. To weave by picking up the pieces that we made. I know that you're hiding things, using gentle words to shelter me. Your words were lies.